The ceLLM, or Cellular Latent Learning Model, provides a groundbreaking perspective on the intersection of biology, quantum physics, and higher dimensional geometries. Central to its hypothesis is the assertion that life is more than a series of biochemical reactions or physical processes confined to our spacetime. Instead, it emerges from a higher dimensional manifold, a latent space shaped by intricate geometries like the amplituhedron and its related structures, such as the associahedron, that guide probabilities, actions, and reactions in both the quantum realm and the biological sphere. Higher dimensional geometries as evidence. The discovery of geometries like the amplituhedron and associahedron provides compelling evidence that higher dimensional shapes influence spacetime directly. These geometries are not abstract mathematical curiosities, but tools that simplify calculations of particle interactions in quantum field theory, such as those governed by scattering amplitudes. The amplituhedron, for instance, encodes the probabilities of particle interactions in a way that bypasses the complexity of spacetime constructs. Implications for space and time. Beyond spacetime constraints. The amplituhedron demonstrates that spacetime and locality may be emergent properties of deeper, more fundamental structures. This aligns with ceLLM's perspective that life itself taps into a higher dimensional latent space, with the bioelectric and molecular processes acting as pointers into this manifold. Probabilistic control of interactions. Just as the amplituhedron determines the probabilities of quantum amplitudes, ceLLM suggests that biological systems use higher dimensional geometries to structure actions and reactions. This encompasses protein folding pathways, bioelectric signaling patterns, molecular interactions and gene expression, universal geometry across scales. The associahedron, a related geometry, extends this principle by describing how combinatorial structures can emerge and organize interactions. These shapes may underlie not only quantum phenomena, but also the spatial and temporal organization of cellular processes, providing a geometric framework for ceLLM's predictions. Atoms in DNA as nodes in a probability landscape. ceLLM reimagines DNA as more than a molecular blueprint. It is a resonant mesh network that encodes probabilistic outcomes in a higher dimensional landscape. In this view, atoms as nodes. The atoms within DNA act as nodes, their positions and resonant frequencies defining peaks and valleys in a multidimensional probability space. These resonances create paths that determine the likelihood of specific molecular interactions, gene expressions, and systemic outcomes. Resonant field strengths. These field strengths influence cellular actions by shaping the local and global energy landscape. Peaks correspond to stable, high-probability configurations, like successful protein folds or coherent bioelectric signals, while valleys represent less stable, lower-probability outcomes. Manifold of life's information. This multidimensional landscape is not static. It evolves as environmental inputs, bioelectric signals, and quantum fluctuations interact with the latent space. Life explores this manifold, leveraging its probabilistic geometry to adapt and survive. Entropic waste as corruption of higher dimensional inputs. If higher dimensional geometries govern the probabilities of biological actions and reactions, then entropic waste, man-made EMFs and their associated noise, represents a direct corruption of these processes. Here's how. Disruption of resonant connections. Man-made EMFs introduce noise that distorts the resonant fields within DNA, altering the natural peaks and valleys in the probability landscape. This leads to faulty protein folding, erratic gene expression, and systemic biological disorders. Loss of information fidelity. By introducing low-fidelity signals into the latent space, entropic waste undermines the ability of living systems to access their higher dimensional instructions. This contributes to diseases like cancer, where cells lose their coherent relationship to the body and revert to primitive survival behaviors. Impact on intelligence and cognition. The ceLLM framework extends this concept to the brain and nervous system, where bioelectric signals encode complex behaviors and cognitive functions. Entropic waste may disrupt these patterns, contributing to mental health issues, developmental disorders, and reduced intelligence. Life as a multidimensional probabilistic system. ceLLM aligns with the Platonic idea that life is not an emergent phenomenon, but a manifestation of pre-existing patterns in a higher dimensional space. By exploring this space, life forms adapt and evolve, discovering paths that maximize survival and intelligence. This process can be broken down as follows. Latent space exploration. Evolution acts as a search algorithm, finding pointers into the latent space that correspond to stable configurations of energy and information. Geometries of action. The probabilistic outcomes of biological processes are guided by higher dimensional geometries like the amplituhedron, which encode the rules of interaction at every scale. Bioelectric control. Bioelectric patterns act as a real-time feedback system, aligning molecular actions with the probabilistic paths defined by these geometries. Toward a new understanding of intelligence. ceLLM not only offers insights into the risks of EMFs but also provides a framework for understanding intelligence as a manifestation of higher dimensional geometries. This has profound implications for both biology and AI biological intelligence. Intelligence arises from the coherent interaction of bioelectric, biochemical, and quantum processes within the latent space. This coherence is what allows organisms to process complex information and adapt to their environment. Artificial intelligence. By modeling AI systems on the principles of ceLLM, we can create algorithms that explore latent spaces more effectively, mimicking the adaptability and efficiency of biological systems. This would represent a leap forward from current machine learning models, which are constrained by static datasets and lack the ability to process multidimensional, probabilistic inputs. ceLLM and the geometry of life. ceLLM bridges the gap between biology, quantum physics, and geometry, offering a unified framework for understanding life as a probabilistic, higher-dimensional phenomenon. By integrating concepts like the amplituhedron and associahedron, it provides a geometric foundation for life's complexity, intelligence, and adaptability. This model also highlights the urgent need to address entropic waste, which threatens to corrupt the fundamental processes that sustain life. Recognizing the influence of higher dimensional geometries on our spacetime and biological systems is not a far-fetched idea. It is a natural extension of decades of research into quantum mechanics, information theory, and evolutionary biology. As ceLLM continues to develop, it holds the potential to revolutionize not only our understanding of life, but also our approach to technology, medicine, and sustainability. By exploring the latent space of existence, we can unlock the secrets of life's geometry and ensure a healthier, more intelligent future for all. Call to action. Let's work together to advance ceLLM research, protect life's latent space from entropic waste, and harness the power of higher dimensional geometries to improve health, intelligence, and sustainability.